Good morning to all. Today we will learn how electrical energy is generated from thermal power stations. So thermal power station, the coal is burnt by which the heat energy is produced. So this heat energy is converted into electrical energy. Coal is burnt in a boiler which converts water into steam. So by burning the coal, the water is heated to produce steam. So in India, generally, bituminous and peat varieties of coal are used as a fuel in boilers. These are medium quality. These are of medium quality, not so superior or not so low grade coal. So coal is used in the powdered form to increase the efficiency of the plant. The expansion of steam in turbine produces mechanical energy which drives the alternator. अब जो स्टीम प्रोड्यूस हुई है बॉयलर में इट गोज टू द टरबाइन टरबाइन में इट विल एक्सपैंड जिससे क्या जनरेट होगा मैकेनिकल एनर्जी बिकॉज द टरबाइन विल स्टार्ट रोटेटिंग अब ये मैकेनिकल एनर्जी दी जाएगी एज ए इनपुट टू द जनरेटर नाउ दिस मैकेनिकल एनर्जी विल गेट कन्वर्टेड टू इलेक्ट्रिकल एनर्जी नाउ बॉयलर बॉयलर में 3 इनपुट देंगे हम एक कोल वाया कोल हैंडलिंग प्लांट एक है एयर बिकॉज जो कोल बर्न होगा डेट इज इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एयर थ्रू एयर प्री हीटर एयर प्री हीटर क्या है कि जो फ्लू गैसेस हैं जो वेस्ट गैसेस हैं हम उनकी मदद से हम जो एयर हम इनपुट ले रहे हैं उसको हम पहले ही हीट कर देते हैं टू इंक्रीज द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द बॉयलर तो हॉट एयर दी जा रही है बॉयलर को एक कोल इनपुट दिया जा रहा है और तीसरा है वाटर जिसको हीट किया जाएगा विद द हेल्प ऑफ कोल तो ये थ्रू वाटर पंप्स वाटर विल बी गिवन टू द बॉयलर थ्रू इकोनोमाइजर क्या है with the help of flue gases it will preheat the water before giving it to the boiler it is again to increase the efficiency of the boiler then superheater अब बॉयलर में कोल को बर्न करके पानी को गर्म किया गया और उसकी स्टीम बनाई गई then this steam will be given as an input to the superheater क्या करेगा with the help of flue gases it will superheat the steam to increase its temperature and pressure. Then this steam will be given as an input to the turbine. At turbine, the heat energy of the steam will get converted to the mechanical energy. Now this mechanical energy is given as an input to the alternator. Here alternator is synchronous generator. You can see the exciter system because two inputs are given to the synchronous generator. One is DC, other is AC. One is DC and other is the mechanical rotation and the electrical energy will be produced at the output. तो यहाँ पे जो टरबाइन से जो स्टीम ने रोटेट कर दिया टरबाइन को नाउ जो लो प्रेशर वाली स्टीम है जो एग्जॉस्ट स्टीम है इट विल गो टू द कंडेंसर तो यहाँ पे अगेन दिस स्टीम विल गेट कन्वर्टेड टू द वाटर एंड अगेन गिवन टू द feed water pumps to give it to the boiler and from river the fresh water is then added to this condensed water to give it as an input to the boiler through the economizer. So this is the summarized working of the thermal power plant. Firstly, the pulverized coal means the coal which is converted to fine particles or you can say powdered coal. It is burned in the furnace of steam boiler. Then the high pressure steam is produced in the boiler. This steam is then passed to the superheater which is further heated up to increase the temperature and pressure of the steam. Then the superheated steam is given to turbine. This turbine rotates and here in this the turbine the stored potential energy is converted into the mechanical energy. The potential energy of the high pressurized steam get converted to the mechanical energy. After rotating the turbine blades, the steam lost its high pressure and passes out of the turbine and enters into the condenser, as we have seen in the diagram. In the condenser, the cold water is circulated with the help of a pump, which condenses the low pressure wet steam. This condensed water is then further supplied to the low pressure water heater, where the low pressure steam increases the temperature of its feed water. The turbine in thermal power plant acts as a prime mover of the alternator or generator. The condensate along with some fresh water make up feed water, which is again fed to the boiler with the help of a pump. In the condenser, the steam is condensed by cooling water, as we have seen. Now, the advantage of condensing operation is to increase the amount of energy extracted per kg of steam and thereby increasing efficiency. Now, these are main parts. First is boiler, which is used to produce steam from coal and water. Then superheater, which is connected between boiler and the turbine. It is to superheat the steam to increase the efficiency. Economizer, it is connected between boiler and the feed pump. It is used to heat the water before giving it to the boiler. It is again to increase the efficiency of the plant. Superheater and economizer both heat the steam and the water by using flue gases. Then the turbine, its function is to convert heat energy of the steam into mechanical energy, which is then given to the alternator. So after doing the desired work of rotating, the steam exhausts at much lower pressure and temperature. The steam may enter in the turbine at the pressure and temperature of 1800 Pascal and 1000 degree Fahrenheit, but the temperature and pressure of the exhausted steam is 100 degree Fahrenheit and 1 Pascal respectively. So the exhausted steam is at much lower pressure and at temperature. Air preheater, as we have seen, its purpose is to increase the thermal efficiency of the boiler by preheating the air, means by heating the air before giving it to the boiler. Superheater, as we have already discussed. Then alternator, it is coupled with the turbine to convert mechanical energy into electrical energy. So the overall efficiency of the steam plant is very low. It is about 30 to 40% approximately. They are low efficiency plants. Site selection. Thermal power plants must be constructed at such places where the cost of the land is quite reasonable. Plant is preferably located beside big source of natural water because we need water as a source to produce the steam. Availability of huge amount of fuel at reasonable cost, it must be available there. Plant should be established on plain lands. The soil should be such that it should provide firm foundation for plants and building. Location should not be near to the dense locality because they produce lot of pollution. There must be ample scope of development of future demand. Tall chimneys should not obstruct the traffic of airships. These are some points to consider while select the site for thermal power plants. These are advantages of thermal power plant. Fuel which is used here, that is coal, is cheaper. Less space is required as compared to hydropower plants, because in case of hydropower plants, large dams are required. So these plants are possible to install near stations. This is not the case with hydropower plants. They are far away, they are at far away places from the load centers because mainly they are constructed in mountainous regions due to the construction of the dam. These are disadvantages of thermal power plant. They create lot of pollution, higher running cost as compared to hydroelectric plants, because in hydroelectric plant the fuel required is water, but here it is coal, so their running cost is higher. The heated water that comes from thermal power plant has an adverse effect on the aquatic life in the water and disturbs the ecology. Overall efficiency of thermal power plant is very less, that is less than 30%.